Maybe another minute. I like mine crispy. I love me some bacon.
Already getting hot.
I smell bacon, Lieutenant. Makes me hungry as a starving dog.
Quiet, Sam. We'll be eating their breakfast soon enough.
Why'd it have to be bacon? It's taking my mind off of things. Is that it, Lieutenant?
Yes, it is. Prepare to fire. Fire! Fire!
Pleasure to see you again, General Pack.
Good to see you, Lieutenant. Glad you got here so promptly. I heard about your wound, and I hope it's healing well.
As well as can be expected, sir.
Pittsburgh Landing, Shiloh, whatever it was hell.
If Buell hadn't shown up with reinforcements, well, you might be visiting General Grant in our local prison today, sir.
Even General Beauregard sent me a dispatch claiming victory after the first day. But you want to know why I asked you here today.
Yes, sir.
I have in mind a special mission. One that at first blush you might find distasteful. You're from Virginia, but I don't detect much of an accent.
My family stressed the King's English, proper pronunciation, and my time up north somewhat blunted my accent. But I can talk back home when I feel the need to.
That's fine, Lieutenant, but it's actually your northern connections and lack of an accent that brought you to my attention. Nathan, have you ever heard of Stan Waddy?
Cherokee in Oklahoma, isn't he? I heard he was fighting with the Confederacy.
He's leading a detachment of Cherokee in the Confederate Army. Now he's providing a valuable service to us, and we would like to duplicate his work up north. Specifically, we believe that Minnesota is ripe for such a venture.
And what, may I ask, has this to do with me, sir?
I want you to go to Minnesota. Meet with Little Crow, chief of the Santee Sioux, and encourage them to join us in the war.
You want them to join the Confederacy?
Not necessarily, at least not for now. We need a diversion. We need for the Union to be forced to protect its frontier.
I see.
I envision tribes all over Union territory rising up.
Am I to go in uniform, sir?
That would not be practical. You must not be detected.
General Pike, sir, a non uniformed soldier in enemy territory is a spy. And you're correct, sir. I'm afraid I do find this assignment distasteful. You want me to incite an Indian uprising? You must understand, many people will die.
Nathan, you're really not being asked to spy. We know all we need to know about the military in Minnesota. Think of yourself as a conspirator, maybe.
Is there really a difference, sir, between spy and conspirator?
They're just words. Let's not get caught up in them.
Unfortunately, sir, they hang people, not words.
Nathan, to me, you'll be a lieutenant in the Confederate Army. Your new name will be Nathan Cates of the 1st Indiana. So it seems that such a man was wounded and captured by our army.
Do I have a choice, sir?
Nathan, this is how you can best serve your country at this time.
Tell me what I need to know, sir. I'll do what I must.
Thank you, sir. I have a wagon waiting for me at the wharf.
Glad to help. Where are you headed?
The Lower Sioux Agency? I'll be teaching at the mission school.
School marma. We could use somebody like you up where I live, near the Candy Ojai Lakes. You take care around the Reds. You never know how they'll be.
I'm told that the Indian children need help, and things are peaceful on the reservation.
Things aren't always as they seem, ma'am. You take care.
Thank you. I will.
The name's Solomon Foote.
Emily West.
Good luck to you.
There it is, your new home. The town is like no other. You got about 100 white folks living here on the Lower Sioux Agency. Mostly connected with the government. But it's smack dab in the middle of an Indian reservation. To make matters worse, the Sioux can't agree among themselves. You got your cut-head farmers. They're the agency's favorite. Then you got your blanket Indians. They're the ones that stick to their old ways. Most of our Indians are blankets. Don't get in the middle of that stuff. Most of the kids you'll have in the school will be cut hairs and white agency children. Don't be messing with the blankets unless they come to you.
How many students are there?
About 20 or so. We had more at one stage, but a lot of the Sioux refused to come anymore because they didn't put in a permanent school and give them clothes and meals. Remember, the term's about up. You'll just be getting your feet wet when summer comes and the school shuts down.
Yes, I'm to help with the mission over the summer. I'm told there's much to do there.
More than you can do in a summer, Emily. They're trying to turn a whole civilization of Indians into whites. That's not an easy thing they can do when a lot of them are resistant. We got about 30 buildings in the village. We got your chapel on the right, the livery stable, smithy, general store, further down the land office, doctor's office is over there, boarding house for the young. Lots of our agency people are married to Indians. You'll end up meeting all of them. lots of French trappers came through here, and some married up with Dakota girls.
Welcome to our little village, Miss West. I'm so glad to be here. Mr. Prescott has already told me so much about you and this place.
Please sit down and rest and warm yourself.
I think it's important to give you a little background before you get started. And now it's as good a time as any. Philander, you've lived here dozens of years more than I and are more knowledgeable, so feel free to add anything that I may forget. Miss West, if I'm going over ground that you've already been told, let me know.
I'm anxious to learn whatever it is you think I need to know.
I was ordained in 1860. John Williamson, the Presbyterian pastor, Stephen Riggs, and I are here to bring Christianity to the Dakota. Agent Gilbreth is the man in charge here. This and the upper agency at the other end of the reservation are the main bastions of civilization here on the western frontier. Here, the policies of the United States government are carried out. Here, the Dakota come to be educated, to learn trades, and to be paid for the land that we took from them. About 7,500 Indians live on the reservation. We even receive a small government subsidy because they feel that we're working towards the same end as they are. That of civilizing the savages.
I'm an interpreter, salaried by the government.
I do have one question. I've heard the terms Santee, Dakota, and Sioux all used in reference to the Indians. What do they mean?
The Santee are one of the three major divisions of the Great Dakota Nation. The Santee consists of 4 bands, but I won't tell you their names right now. You don't need to know. Sioux is the generally accepted term used by the whites, but it's a Chippewa word, and the Dakota considered an insult. So if you want to show respect, call them Dakota.
Thank you, Mr. Prescott. There's so much to learn. I hope I'm up to the task.
Our school is near the stone warehouse. It's not the only school on the reservation. Rice Creek, Little Crow, others. John Reynolds has a school there.
Do you know who will be replacing Emily? I believe so.
You will be replacing Andrew Robinson, who recently died. Mrs. Robinson has been directing the school since Andrew's death. You'll work with her. I understand you also have some nursing training?
I worked with a doctor in Minneapolis. His office was near my parents' store. He always thought I should become a nurse, but I've always been much more into education.
Whatever skills you possess will be useful here.
I'm anxious to begin. Where are my quarters?
Originally, we thought here, but Mrs. Robertson has requested that you stay with her.
I'd be glad to take her.
I miss him terribly.
I've heard he was a fine man, Mrs. Robertson.
Oh, please call me Alma. And he was. I am so glad that they sent me somebody young. Someone with energy. After all, we are trying to teach a whole new culture to these people.
What about those who don't want to learn?
The blankets. Well, they'll come around in time. Don't push them. I advise helping those who wish to be helped. You have much to learn about this place. Keep an open mind. Do you have any questions?
I'm sure I'll have many. How many of them speak English?
Passable? Surprisingly quite a few. Especially those who go to the school and to the church. The farmer Indians, well, the ones that are attempting to adopt our culture, they're doing quite well.
How are the Dakota adapting? Are they getting along well with our agency people?
Oh, I think they're getting along quite well. I think. The Indians, many of them are still in the blanket category, and they are living on the reservation away from the agencies. But I think that they trust the teachers and the missionaries.
It is the traders that present a problem.
Oh? How?
Well, they are both friend and enemy to the blanket.
It's true. They supply them with most of what they need. But they pay a price. They allow them to buy on credit, And then when the annuity payments come, the traders sit at the table and they take their profit off the top.
There is very little left for the Dakota.
You'll meet the traders in due time. But there is one more important thing. The children at the school, the Indian children, they're given white names. We want them to adapt to our culture, so we want them to start thinking like whites. Indian names are counterproductive to our goals. I'll be in the school office if you need me.
Morning, Foot. Been a while.
Hello, Adam. Just heading home from St. Paul. Got any grub on the stove?
I sure do. But first, you gotta meet the missus.
Mrs., last time I was here, you were a bachelor.
Been hitched for over a year now. Got myself a ready-made family, too.
You're turning into a regular patriarch, Mr. Adam.
Ann, this is Solomon Foote from the Candy-O High Lakes region. Best hunter and trapper around.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Pleasure's mine, ma'am.
Been a long winter, Solomon. You, have any trouble?
Just the Reds last summer. John Pemberton was here with his troops, keeping the Sioux away from the Chippewa.
They come by here begging for whiskey and food. They'll steal anything that's not nailed down.
I can't say that I blame them. I've heard it's tough on the reservation. They gave up a ton of land and they're not getting paid for it. They think the white trader is the one who will steal anything.
We paid for that land with cash, blood, and sweat.
Maybe we did, but we got it cheap. And we took millions of acres of some of the best farmland in the whole world. And we got it for a few cents an acre.
Maybe you're right. So, where do you go from here?
I want to make it to Forest City by late afternoon. Then I want to make my land payment. Then I want to head home.
Well, come by and see us anytime you can.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you.
Morning, Reverend.
Good morning.
I like the way things are going. I hope we can keep the peace.
I hope so too.
Agent Gilbreth, good to see you. I'm here to ask you to release some of our food. We're really starting to run low.
Soon I expect I'll be able to release some to you.
We need it now.
Now, that's not the way it's done. We do it all at once. Once the money arrives, you get your food, the traders get their money, everyone's happy.
Keep the traders away from the pay table. They cheat.
Why do you think they cheat?
I went to your school. I keep my own accounts. The traders overcharge us. We paid for this food with our land, and we want some of it right now.
You have what, 7,000 people? I'm not gonna do 2, 3 dispersals. It's a big enough headache to do one, and I'll only do it all at once when the money, food, and goods are all here. You just wait.
Wait? You can't wait. My people are dying right now.
I've sent a letter to the Great White Father asking for your money. I can't make them send it. That's all I can do.
The Great White Father. He's too busy with the fighting to the south. He's forgotten we're even here. We bought that food with our land. We never should have signed that treaty in the first place.
You were there. You were the chief signer on both treaties.
We believe Ramsey's words. We thought he had honor in his words. His words mean nothing. I thought good would come to our people, but look, we're starving now.
Little Crone, there will be no food until $70,000 in gold arrives.
Can't stop what's coming.
What do you mean by that?
My people are starving. They're going to do everything they can so that they can live.
You just watch yourself. I don't want any trouble.
Students, most of you are aware that this is the last day of school. And many of you might remember that I promised that on the last day of school, we would go to Myrick's trading post where I would buy a licorice for each of the students. Please stand.
Our people think Myrick is cheating us. He is a bad person.
His post is the only one that sells candy. I'm sure he'll treat you fine.
What can I do for you, Miss West?
One licorice for each child, please.
Have them gather around and I'll count them out.
Anti-pain oil, and it's also so helpful. Good job.
Oh, stars, I see the stars. Look. Oh, I see that. Look how there's that.
You thieving little savage. I'll teach you to steal from me. White Dog, get the cane.
Leave him alone! He hasn't done anything!
Who in God's name are you and what do you think you're doing?
Somebody that doesn't like seeing a grown man beating a child.
I can beat cripples like you, too.
Mister, you're welcome to try.
He's just bruised across his back. He'll be a little sore, but I don't think anything's broken. I'll get you some liniment. How did this happen?
He was beaten with a cane by Andrew Myrick. Johnny didn't do anything. I haven't thanked you. What you did was very brave. And maybe dangerous.
No, it's like I said, ma'am, I don't much like seeing children be beaten.
I'm Emily West. I'm a teacher at the agency school.
Nathan Cates, ma'am. I'm a new trader here.
Well, you certainly made a good first impression on the old traders.
Yeah, I'm not really here to make impressions, especially not on the likes of them.
I'm so sorry for what happened, Johnny.
My name is Traveling Star.
Captain Marsh, Little Crow came by the agency recently. He made some demands and some veiled threats. Send some soldiers. I think a show of force at both agencies will help calm things down.
I think giving them food would do that too.
Not till the money comes.
I've asked for men from Fort Ripley. I'm down to about 80 men here, and there's a lot happening.
That's what I like to hear. What's holding things up in Washington?
Congress has to approve those payments, and soon.
Mr. Robertson left me some notes.
Ah, yes. He always said that Johnny had the most potential of the group. But he's torn by his family life. It seems that his father, let me see, he follows Traveling Hale and those who are for the change. And then his uncle is Lightning Blanket, and he listens to Shakopee. And well, they want to keep the old ways. So it seems that it's farmers against blankets, if you will. Do what you can for Johnny, but don't let him tax you. I don't think he's going to be coming back to school next year. It's time that he helps his family.
Hear you wanted to talk to me, Nathan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Prescott. I'm about to head out on my first visit off the agency.
Where are you thinking of going?
Well, you and I have talked so much about Little Crow, figured might as well visit his village.
As a trader, you're probably right. However, I gotta warn you, there are some people that you should know about.
You're gonna have to explain that a little bit.
Red Middle Voice, he's their leader.
Well, is there anyone else you need to warn me about?
Yeah, there's another one that you haven't heard much of, at least the whites. Makata. He's evil, he's nasty, and he hates the whites. God forbid if there's ever another war. It'll be the Rice Creekers causing it.
Thanks, sir.
So, this is your business?
It is. I know it looks a little sparse right now, but most of the goods that come in never even make it on the shelves in this place. I keep a ledger, and anything that comes in that people need, I just get it out to them right away. What about you?
My family's in Minneapolis. I came here to teach. I'm also assisting as a nurse and tutoring some older Indians in speaking English and writing. Did you know Little Crow went to school? He can write.
Seems like an intelligent fella.
Tell me, is there a girl back home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, two. Both my aunts. And an uncle, but he's had a bit of a falling out recently. Political differences. Both my parents died in a carriage accident when I was a boy, back in Indiana. And my aunts raised me and spent the summers with my uncle, a soldier.
This is my first real teaching job. There's so much to learn. The Dakota are in need. I feel like the government could be doing more to help them.
You seem to be doing your part just fine.
While others are doing greater things, like fighting to end slavery.
You know, most folks down south, they don't even have slaves. No, they're all just fighting for their own reasons.
Nathan, the 4th of July is in a few days. Agency folks have been invited to Fort Ridgely. Would you like to join us?
Yeah, sure, I'd like that.
Today the whites celebrate their country's birthday. It is good for us to talk today, while they eat and play.
We must do more than talk. The people are starving.
We must leave to hunt buffalo to the west. We have delayed the hunt to wait for the money. We can wait no longer. There's no game on the reservation.
Little Paul says that the buffalo have already gone to the land of the Yankee. Where are Little Paul and the Wahpetons and the Sissetons? Why are they not in council with us? Little Paul said they would counsel by themselves.
They are women who fear the white man. They are afraid of voices that do not agree with them. We go to the agency and take the food. The young men are ready. Soldiers' Lodge has been formed. They will keep the traitors from the pay table.
We must wait longer. Gilbert said the money will be here soon.
We have waited long enough. How do we know that they are not using our money in the war against the Graycoats, or that they will send us worthless paper money? Paper money will not satisfy the traitors either.
Maybe the Bluecoats will lose the war.
We don't know why they hold the money in Washington. But here, we sit in council. There's power when we come together. We can't have anyone acting without permission from this council. The white man has great numbers. We should go to Galbraith and demand what's ours. These promises were made. They have to follow through. That's our food. If they won't give us our food, we'll have to take it.
Little Crow speaks true. In 2 weeks, we go to Upper Agency at Yellow Medicine. We must have food.
Young men are ready now.
I too am ready.
What are you ready for, Wusichu man's dog? Does the white man's spit bucket needs cleaning again? You're only angry because you don't work for the agency no more.
You will see, Little Six. I will perform a great service to my people.
If you can decide who your people are.
I am troubled. We speak of money and annuities. Yes, we have been cheated. The white man has never paid us what he owes from any treaty. But brothers, the Great Spirit has long cared for his people in this valley. Now the black coats tell us it is the white man's God's son that watches over us, not the Great Spirit. They want to take the spirit of our fathers away from us. This must not be.
Makata cries for war.
We must be able to live like Santee or die like the warriors we are.
Much truth has been said here today. There are no wrong words of Red Middle Voice. But chiefs, we must move with caution. Little Crow has said he will act soon on getting food from the agency. We will give him the 2 weeks.
Mahasani, I'd like your feelings on what you've seen here today.
I believe there is much conflict around you, Mahasani, and I believe they've made their mind up before they arrived here today. So much fear. Yes, but nearly everybody had good words to say today, even those you don't agree with.
I'm in a very difficult position.
Yes, you are, and I'm concerned that the words of anger are going to override the words of wisdom.
You heard the words at Little Crow's camp. What will you and the young men do?
We will wait, but not for long. The people will soon be starving. Food fills the warehouses of the agencies, and we will take it whether the money comes from Washington or not.
When it comes this time, the traitors must not get the money.
We will stop them, but it'll be easier if Little Crow and the other chiefs stood with us.
I have known Little Crow since we were young. For a long time, he didn't care about the people. He drank the white man's whiskey, he took many women, and fought a war against his brother. Then he changed. He decided to reach in himself and find the leader, but he led the people and the other chiefs wrong. He brought them to the treaty signs, where our land was taken from us.
No one owns the land, only the use of it.
Many thought it was only the use of the land we were selling to the whites. They did not understand when a white man owns something, he must possess it completely.
To own the land is like telling the Santee, you own this chunk of air. Tell a white man this is his air and you cannot breathe it. He will kill you for it.
Air cannot be owned, and neither can land. It is time we make the white man understand this. I think that when the day is here, Little Crow will lead in war. I hope he does, because many wish to follow him. But if he stands against us,
we will kill him.
Wait for now, but soon we must act.
We will wait for a time. But remember, no chief is over the soldiers' lodge. If we decide to act, we will act. And anyone who stands in our way will die.
I have to tell you all how good it is to see so many friends and neighbors here at our July 4th celebration.
Solomon, you're right about those Reds. I gotta show them you're not afraid of them. A couple of days ago, 2 big braves came to my cabin, demanded bread. Well, being neighborly, I gave them a little. But then they wanted flour, and I wasn't about to give them that. And one of them grabbed me from behind, held my arms, and the other one was scooping flour into a blanket. Well, that got my dander up. And I just switched around and I punched that brave in the nose. Bloodied it. And he exclaims, "Big squaw." Well, then I grabbed their guns and I threw them into a pile of woods outside. You know what? Those 2 braves ran out the door, tails between their legs, and headed for the timber.
How much do they come by here?
Hard to say. Most times they mean no harm. They come to my house to trade furs and moccasins and feathers for potatoes and turnips, flour, pork. Treat them fair. Most times they come with their women and children. Be careful if the bucks are by themselves, and especially if they've just been in a fight with the Chippewas. Now, let's talk later about the Reds. Let's enjoy our 4th of July celebration.
Who is inside, Sunset?
Our daughter Redwing and Sleepy Eyes.
Sleepy Eyes? The little one?
Yes, he hurts.
Why is he hurting?
He's very hungry, my husband.
Father, did you bring back anything?
No, but I will go back tomorrow.
Okay.
Years creep slowly by, Lorena. The snow is on the grass again. The sun's low down the sky, Lorena. The frost gleams where the flowers have been. But the heart throbs on as warmly now as when the summer days were nigh. The sun can never dip so low or down affection's cloudless sky.
Yes, right. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July. Please enjoy the campfire, and in a bit, we will have the cannon fire and the fireworks.
Well, Mr. Wagner, how the crops looking?
Well, better than last year, Philander. But we still could use a timely rain. And I'd feel a lot better if the annuity payment were received by the agency. Right now, we're hoping for a good crop, but if it isn't as good as we hope for, the Sioux are going to be without money. And they're already short of their food supply, and they can't go hunting on the reservation because the game is already gone.
It should be here soon, but we can't release the food until the money comes. It would set a bad precedent.
And some might say that doing what's right is more important than precedence.
Mr. Cates, you're new to Minnesota. I believe you're from Indiana?
That's right.
Well, in Indiana, the Indians were tamed long before you were born. Now, I have the responsibility to administrate more than 7,000 Sioux, and I cannot show any weakness.
Well, it just seems clear to me now then, sir, that we just don't agree on what's right. I don't suppose we ever will.
Nathan, you have to watch how you talk to Major Galbraith. He could take away your trader's license.
Nathan, why don't we go for a walk?
It's a good idea.
He seems like a fine man for Emily. The kind Emily could count on, I believe. She blushes every time I mention him.
It's that obvious, is it?
Only to the trained eye.
That song they were playing, it's called Lorena. Some regiments would prohibit playing it because men would hear it and end up deserting because they get homesick.
Do you miss the war or anything?
That's what I was trained to do. The military is part of my family. Yeah, I guess I do miss it some.
Well, I hope you don't find it here.
If I do, promise you'll protect me?
Oh, good. Nathan? Nathan? Nathan, are you all right?
Yeah, yes. Yes, I'm fine. As long as you're safe.
What do you mean? I'm with you. Of course I'm safe. The cannon shot was just signifying that the fireworks are about to start, that's all.
Right. Understand this. I intend to do what's right. And I'll never let any harm come to you.
Nathan, what do you...
We were able to get into the warehouse today. Tomorrow we will get more. Sunset? Sunset? What has happened here?
Sleepy Eyes has been taken by the Great Spirit.
Where is Redwing?
Redwing took Sleepy Eyes to the river to wash. Then, Redwing drowned herself in the river.
If you like your squirrels, it's a good time to hunt.
Sounds good.
Good eating, if you put enough spice on it.
I'm not a hunter, but I can hit a squirrel with a shotgun.
Yeah, well, it tastes like chicken.
They have chickens. That means they have eggs. We're gonna eat.
Can't take them eggs from that white man.
We're starving. You're a coward.
I'm not afraid of no one.
I'ma eat the eggs and kill the white man.
Seeds last year, but they did potatoes. That's the one they decimated, so I'm very angry about that one.
Yeah, I'd have been mad.
Yeah.
They're not
very.
easy to grow.
No.
We need horses.
Miss Anna's close to this place.
She always has horses. Well, can you take us there?
Yeah.
What do you suppose they want, Jones?
They're just mixed blood boys. No harm. I've traded with them before.
We want whiskey.
I know you. You were here last year. I sold you that rifle and you still haven't paid me. You owe me $40. Until that's paid, nothing.
It's a bad gun. Don't shoot straight.
The fault lies not with the gun, but the man behind it.
Let's trade guns. See who's a better shot.
There's a mark on yonder tree. Let's use that as our target. That's your target, Webster. You can uphold our honor.
Well, I don't shoot much. I yes farm.
What about you, Baker? Will you go next?
You do it, Jones. I think the women need me here.
All right, you're leaving it up to me to defend the white honor. Bullseye! There's nothing wrong with the gun. Try to beat that.
Run, hide, get out of here!
What have you done?
I don't see her.
She's probably tending the horses.
Miss Anna!
Yeah, how can I help you?
We need horses.
Your people usually bring me their horses to tend. Are they ill or injured?
We need horses ourselves.
I see by your rifles you have been hunting. Did you find game?
No, we did not.
Our people are very hungry.
Where are the horses?
They are in the pasture. I will tend to them shortly.
We will go with you.
You cannot take these horses. They are not mine.
They're not yours.
No. If you wish to trade for them, we will talk to the owner. You boys are too young to be thieves.
We need the horses now.
If you take these horses, I will speak to your chief.
Now I believe that you are hungry. I will cook you a fine meal, and you may eat all you want.
We will eat.
Are you the braves that did the killing? Do you honor your chief?
Do you honor your chief?
Yes.
Yes.
Why did you not talk to your chief before you did this?
We were hungry.
Yeah.
Did you only kill men?
They believe they killed one woman.
Tell me, White Dog. Tell me you did not tell the boys to do this.
I did not.
But you talked to them. Did they say anything about what they did today?
Braves will talk. They can be boastful and they can be childish. They cannot always be taken seriously.
Who else did you visit today?
Miss Anna.
Looking for horses.
We've traded with Miss Anna for years. These have been good trades. Did you steal from her? What happened?
She gave us food. She didn't want us to leave hungry.
What do you suppose he wants? I don't know, but he sure is in a hurry.
Two Uprising started. They're in Acton. They're killing people everywhere. Get yourself safe.
I don't believe it.
Believe it or die.
What do you think, Solomon?
There must be something to it. We can't take a chance. If something came up, I told my brother we'd meet him at Green Lakes at his cabin. Go tend to your family. We'll go from there.
I believe you are here for the horses.
Yes,
They are not here.
they are nearby. These braves are very good hunters.
You must leave my property now.
Go find the horses.
have news.
It has begun.
Young men were hunting in the big woods. They killed 5 Wasichus. We cannot turn back now.
The people wish to hear from their leader.
Why do you come to me? Traveling Hill was elected speaker. Why don't you go to him?
He works for the white man. You are a leader.
I heard what happened. The young warriors were fools. This is not the time to fight.
The whites fight themselves. There will never be a better time.
No Dakota is safe now. The whites will punish all Dakotas.
We must all rise up. All invaders must die. I will not wait here for the soldiers to come kill me.
We must have war. War.
Make the whites eat their lives. We must fight.
We have to be cautious. We have to be careful. Blood doesn't wash off blood.
We have no big guns. We are few. The whites are like the leaves in the big woods.
Big Eagle does not want war. I do not cry for war, but others do. Listen to the young men.
Red Middle Voice is a fool.
Yes, they're all fools. Dakota warriors should not be fighting women.
After the first war, another was killed.
They make me ashamed.
Little Crow's a coward. Little Crow is too old to lead us.
Young warrior? Calling me a coward? Only young warriors beg for war. I've known true war. War is not all honor and glory. War is blood, lost loved ones, and suffering. After seeing the way the white man fights, I pray to the Creator that none of you see that style of war. They don't care if it's women, children, or elders. There's no amount of blood to satisfy their lust for blood. Our numbers are few. The Washichu have numbers beyond counting back east, and still more come all the time. Washin Ichu, they take the fat of the land. Every Washichu that steps foot on Dakota land, they don't see us as people. They see us as animals in their way. The Washichu's God, they believe gives them the right to take the best land, to hunt more than they need. Their greed has no limits. I don't want war. I've already seen too much fighting. I've already lost too many in the field of battle. That's why I signed that treaty. Those words mean nothing to the whites that come. Their great white father's promises are meaningless to them. I don't want war, but war is here. We must stand and fight. Our people are starving, and the whites will not honor their words. I will fight. Those of you that are willing, I ask you to fight at my side one more time. Am I too old? Am I too tired? No. Am I a coward? No. I will fight and I will die with you. Yo, Makshicha, my heart is sick and sad. I don't want to kill, but I must lead my people. Tomorrow, it begins.
Solomon, it's great to see you. Where's Nelson?
I told him to meet us here.
It's glad we are that you're here. You know how to handle Indians.
We'll hold up here tonight. Tomorrow we head to Green Lakes.
They won't bother us here, will they? We got guns.
We hope it doesn't come to that. We hope they pass by.
Hey, you in the cabin, come out. We're hungry, we want to talk.
white guy. I know this fella.
Foot, we'll be leaving soon to hunt. We want some bread.
If they found some food, I'll go out back and dig potatoes for them.
Let them dig their own.
I do it. Maybe they'll leave sooner.
Morning. Saw you up on Pipe Creek.
Barricade the door. Shoot!
I can shoot too!
Need you to load the rifle.
Solomon, he's been shot in the groin!
Shoot! Keep shooting!
They stopped shooting.
They're riding to the north. I think they're leaving.
Addie, wait a little. Take the women and children to Green Lake and to Forest City. It's our only chance.
Not without you and Oscar. But you can't travel. And we won't leave you.
Addie, think about the women and children. Oscar and me will be okay. Stay here and we all die.
Oh, but my place is with you.
I mean for you to get safe and me to follow you. If you leave and get help, we all have a chance. Oh. Oscar, you still alive?
Just barely. How long has it been?
I don't know. It's getting hot.
The soldiers will come.
We will kill all who come.
Word has been sent to Red Iron and the Yellow Medicine Band.
Red Iron will not come. He's a coward. Some will come anyway. It's up to them.
Red Iron and Little Paul farm with the women. They signed the treaties that gave away our land. Just as you did, Little Crow.
We believe the white man's promises. Red Iron fought for a better accounting of the traders. So did I.
But you lost. Other days already warning the whites at Yellow Medicine.
He is more white than Dakota.
Many warriors have gone. Where?
We must not make war on women and children.
The whites are invaders. Invaders shouldn't bring women and children.
Many women and children have been captured. When will they be freed?
In time. For now, it's better that they're with us and we hold on to them.
Dakota warriors sacked the lower agency on August 18th, killing 20 and leaving the buildings awash in flames. Terror and death spread throughout the Minnesota River Valley. Over 200 settlers were killed on the first day. With 46 men, John Marsh marched from Ridgely to Lower Sioux to restore order. At Redwood Ferry, he and 23 others lost their lives. Refugee settlers raced across the prairie for refuge at the fort. Fewer than 20 soldiers were left to defend it. On August 20th, the Dakota attacked.
Philander, where's Nathan? We can't leave him.
Emily, I passed by his cabin. I did not see him.
I don't think he's back yet. We can't leave him.
Don't be a fool. You'll never make it to him. Follow me, and I'll get you to the stockade.
Philander, bring her in. The front gate's locked. Go to the side.
I'm an old man. I've lived with you for 45 years. My wife, my children are of your blood. I've done you no harm. Why kill me?
You have helped my family. I would spare you if I could, but all with Sichus must die.
Do you remember who my wife is?
I do.
Please, tell her I love her. Shoot straight.
Solomon Foot! He made it!
They had killed a Christian.
Solomon! Oh, Solomon!
traveling star has found a way in.
How are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna go up that tree right over there.
Can you do it by yourself?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Ceasefire! They're too close. Corporal, every man ceasefire!
Nearly everyone here is working and farming good land, land that was ours, land that was stolen from us. We had treaties, every one of them was broken. Without good farmland, without those payments, my people are starving.
Into line, march! Company, halt! Commence firing! Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Recover arms! Shoulder arms!
Susan Brown, wife of former Indian agent Joseph Brown, was captured and brought to Little Crow.
Did you bring your people with you?
I have my 2 young daughters, my 17-year-old son Sam, and my son-in-law, Charles Blair. Blair is white.
I'll protect you, and I'll protect your family.
Thank you.
You're from Siston, aren't you? We're gonna need assistance help for this war.
Red Iron will let warriors decide for themselves. Sisseton and Wahpeton don't want war. Many helped Yellow Medicine Whites escape.
I don't want war. Too much has happened. It was beyond my control. I couldn't stop the storm, so I joined in.
Why?
We've had years of broken treaties, insults, corruption, and bad treatment from traders and officials. Whites have invaded land that was home to my Dakota people that goes back from grandfather to grandfather, many times back.
Old men, women, and children have been killed.
I told my warriors, only fight the soldiers. There's no honor in killing women and children.
You can't win this fight. You'll be devoured like a rabbit by a hungry bear.
Solomon Foote, still recovering from his wounds, joins Nathan in pursuit of White Dog, who has taken both Emily and the daughter of Foote's friend as captives.
You're coming with me. I remember what you did at the store.
Leave me alone.
Little Crow isn't here to help you. No one's here to help you. You are coming with me!
Leave her alone.
You think you can stop me?
You will answer to my relatives, Red Iron and others. You will not be safe with your own people. Now leave her. You two are not safe. You have to get away. An open prairie or a woodland would be better than being with White Dog.
We could be looking right at him and not even know it.
What do you hear?
Sounds like a woman crying.
I think we should investigate.
If you shoot me, I will slit her neck before I die. I know your secret. Does she?
That was some shot. What if you'd missed?
Mr. Foote, I never let a thought like that enter my mind. You alright? Did he hurt you? I told you I'd always protect you.
I knew you'd come.
War raged over the western Minnesota frontier for 6 weeks. After an attack on Fort Ridgely, Little Crow divided his forces. He raided north, fighting soldiers at the Battle of Acton and attacking stockades at Forest City and Hutchinson. Gray Eagle led warriors against soldiers at Birch Coulee and were poised to wipe out the troopers until a rescue party with cannon drove them off. Dakota forces reunited and attacked Sibley's pursuing army at Wood Lake on September 23rd. The soldiers won a decisive victory, and Little Crow led his people into the Dakota Territory. This war was over, with nearly 800 dead.
Something troubling you?
This letter from back home. They're concerned about the war.
Did Solomon leave?
Yeah, he did. Gonna miss that old man. We made a pretty good team.
We'll see him again. He's not that far away.
Sure. Yeah. Emily, I haven't been completely honest with you about myself.
There's nothing more I need to know about you. I know the kind of man that you are.
Still, there is something I must tell you.
White Dog said he knew your secret. Is that what you're talking about?
My name is Nathan Thomas. I'm a lieutenant in the Confederate States Army.
You're a rebel? Why did they send you here?
To enlist the Dakota in a war on the frontier against the Union.
To start this war?
The plan was for fighting to begin as soon as Lee invaded Maryland. The Dakota were only meant to attack soldiers, not... I couldn't help what happened.
There was a reason you were sent here, Nathan. But it wasn't what you thought. You helped to end this war, not start it.
I'm sending a letter, resigning my commission.
Then what will you do?
I don't know. I can't raise my sword against Virginia. And I won't fight for Jefferson Davis's government. I can't get past what I've done and all the people that it harmed.
You are a man of great character, Nathan. I know whatever you do, it will be the right thing. as you see it.
After all this, you still think so?
I do. We could go west. The Dakota will need help resettling. There'll be a reservation, and they'll need lots of teachers. We could work together like the Robertsons did.
I'm a soldier, Emily. That's all I've ever known.
With no war to fight and no army to join? We'll go for now. At least until the war is over in the East. It shouldn't be too long.
My home is with you. I go where you go.